to Cool Folks Who Love to Bachata. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Roswell. yeah. I hope everyone is having a good day and a good week. And Halloween is like less than like 5 days away. So yeah, so I hope everyone is all dressed up and have a lot of everyone has a lot of festivals and parties and events to go to. I'm here in New York City. Yep, I'm home. I'm still home, and I have a few events to go to this weekend, so it's going to be a hell of a weekend in New York City for bachata. Um, I just want to say, first of all, I thank every one of you. It's been almost a year. I can't believe it. It's been a year since I've been doing these interviews. Oh my God. Cool folks who love the bachata. You guys are the greatest. Each one of you. I mean, from all over the world, you guys are going live with me and telling people stuff and, telling your career journey and your events and advice for kids and stuff. My God, thank you so much. I mean, I didn't think I would ever make it this far. Facebook, social media told me a year ago, you're not doing this, Roswell. No way in hell. Who would want to listen to a story of a dancer? That's all dancers do is dance or DJ and look good. And I said, hell no, there's more to these people than what appears to be. They have brains, they have a heart, they're good people. So I want to bring them on air to go live with me so you guys can learn what I learn about them. They're very good people, each one of them. And they're successful and they're proud and they're courageous and they're brave and they're just naturally good-hearted people. Okay, this is my vision. 3 years ago, when this COVID stuff happened, I was out of pocket for 6 months, and I was on a hospital bed. couldn't breathe. I lost my hearing, as everyone knows. I'm partially deaf because of COVID. So I said, this is BS. The dance world got to come back. I got to come back. What can I do? So I asked Facebook if I can please, open up a platform so cool folks who love the bachata can get back on a dance floor. I wanted to do something unique. I started out saying, cool man who loves the bachata. Social media said, what about the women? I said, fine, cool women who love the bachata. Then a lot of people are saying I'm being biased. I said, okay, cool people who love the bachata. That's old school. So I said, cool folks who love the bachata. And there we go. We have it. Cool folks who love the bachata. So I'm very honored and proud and super happy to be doing this, not only to post things, but these interviews. So thank you. Okay. We are down to our last two interviews for the fall of 2023. Believe it or not. Yes. Um, we have the fabulous, and I do mean fabulous, Mike Calderon from Miami. He's going to join us in a couple of seconds. Mike is a good guy. I met him when I moved from Texas to Miami about 3 years ago. I came to one of Mike's events. I just showed up. First impression of Mike was that he's a good guy, and my impression still remains the same. He's a good guy. He's professional. He's talented. So he's going to come on live with me in a couple of minutes to tell you guys a little bit more about him. Next week, the beautiful, and I mean the beautiful Fanny Salsa is going to be here, right? So I'm super happy. Then I'm taking like the winter off. Yes, I'm heading back down south to Georgia to hang out with cool folks who love the bachata. I'm going to stop in Florida to see my friends. And yeah, so then we'll kick this back off. Hopefully sometime in the new year, after the new year stuff. Um, so yeah, so I'm happy to be doing this and everything. But before we start with Mike, just a quick message here, and I don't want to get into politics before social media is like Roswell. What the heck are you saying again? So just to be fair, just to be neutral, I make a general public announcement because I'm cool man who loves a bachata. Everyone knows, there's a lot of craziness that's been going on these last 3 weeks. Because everyone knows, I don't want to get into details, but all I'm going to say is that we all come on this planet whether we like it or not. Okay? And we all leave this planet whether we like it or not. Okay? Doesn't matter what color we are, what religion we are, what sexuality we are, how smart we are, how stupid we are, how black we are, how white we are. Oh, you guys got the picture, right? So we all live together on this planet. Let's make it work. I mean, there's no need to go do stupid stuff, crazy stuff, harm people, harm kids. I, that's all I'm going to say. Okay. So all I'm going to say, especially to our dancers, I'm asking you guys to specifically come together for the holidays, help out the poor, help out the people that need your help, you know, whatever events or donations you would like to contribute to the world, not only the dance world, do it because it's the right thing to do. All right. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Now let's get to Mike. And Mike is here. Hi, Mike. But I just want to first say, I just told Mike a couple of minutes ago, I love his hair. I mean, I love it. I told him when a man has his hair long, he looks younger. Look at Mike. 5 years is gone. Yeah. Mike, I am honored to have you here. And and I mean, you're a good guy. I mean, I know that for sure because I met you and I came to your events last year. And whenever I'm in the South, I pop up, to say hello to you and your friends and give my support. So you're a good man, and I'm honored to have you going live with me because I know you're super busy. You know what I'm saying? You are super. You're Mike. I mean, you're Mike Calderon. I mean, whenever I mention your name in Miami or so, everyone is like, "Oh, he's at work. Oh, he's DJing. Oh, he's super busy. Mike has actually taken the time with me, with Roswell, to go live. I mean, that tells me he's cool. He's super cool.
Yes,
Mike,
thank you.
I'm gonna ask you to tell everyone a little bit more about you, okay? For a couple minutes, can you please?
Yeah, of course. Well, for those of you that don't know me, like Roswell said, I'm one of the DJs in Miami area that have been doing salsa and bachata events since 2009. I'm a born and raised native from Miami. My background is from my both my parents. My background is Ecuadorian, so I've always been inclined to music since high school. I took 2 years in piano in high school, and I've always loved music. And I got into Latin music in my early 20s, and I started dancing and taking salsa lessons in my early 20s as well. And that's how I proceeded into DJing and doing parties and socializing and creating gatherings and community. I've taken off ever since, and I've built my career like that. And now I'm self-employed. I run my own business, and I love what I do. I'm very passionate about salsa, especially salsa.
Mm, okay.
I know this is cool folks who love to
It's
bachata.
okay, man. It's
I love
okay.
bachata too, but my heart belongs to salsa. But
Mhm.
we're all a unit here. We're all dancers. We all share the same Latin music and the same um, uh, effect that unites us all.
Mhm.
And I'm just really happy with everything that I've created and everything that I've accomplished so far. I've DJed in multiple congresses here nationally and internationally, and yeah, I'm just really excited to be here with you as well, Roswell. It is also an honor on my end to be on this channel with you, and I look forward to this interview. So thank you for allowing me to introduce myself.
That's fabulous, man. That's fabulous. I'm honored to have you here. Um, Now, when you look back of all the stuff that you've done, like for me, for example, I I created Cool Folks Who Love the Bachata, Mike, because I would like you and everyone else to have the opportunity to better shine, right?
Hmm.
I don't get paid for this. Most people know I don't. I just do it because it just feels like the right thing to do. You know, some people think I'm stupid for doing this because I'm just doing it. No money, no whatever. But I'm doing it because I know I want to do it. And I feel fulfilled. Okay.
And I
So the
think
question
that's
I'm going to
very
ask
great.
you has to do with fulfillment. Like, so I ended up today, I look at all your postings, everyone posts this, you guys do this, you guys do that. I go to events. So I ended up today, maybe like on a Monday, I sit back when things are kind of slow and I'm like, oh, wow, look what you guys have done. And, I'm like, oh, you guys are cool. You guys are great. Keep doing what you're doing. So I felt like I accomplished something. I felt like like I made a difference in the dancers world. Like I made, it's just who I am. Um, I work in the legal field, but I'm also a humanitarian. I'm doing my doctoral in human services, and I love to help people. Before my dad got Alzheimer's, I promised him I would do something unconditionally. And I am.
Right.
And I just feel, sometimes you can't mix business with pleasure. You should just do something because it's the right thing to do. You know. So I feel accomplished when I sit back and I look back at the stuff that you guys do. So I'm like, oh wow. How do you feel? You just mentioned a few minutes ago. All the stuff that you've done, the stuff that you created. And you DJed, locally, internationally. I mean, you coming from Ecuador, like so much you've accomplished at your stage of your life, of your career. So when you sit back on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever, when you have a minute to just rest and you reflect on your success and all the stuff that you've done and the people that you touch, the people that you made an impact on, you know, how does Mike Calderon feel? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, wow. I mean, maybe it is like, oh, well, I don't know. You tell us. Like, how do you feel knowing, that you made a difference, you know, to people and you remember those people when they come back to you and they're like, oh, Mike, thank you. How do you feel, bro?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've throughout all the years of my hard work and DJing and music research and providing great quality events, I've actually been able to become a staple in the community here in Miami,
Mhm.
and a resource and a name where people actually um, you know refer to. And whenever you hear salsa, it's I'm one of those names, or dancing, I'm one of those names, and people come and go in our lives, as you well know, and there's some people that take the time to appreciate you. So when I've had people come up to me saying that my events have changed their lives, my music has changed their lives, and they've met their significant other at my event, and they've managed to make multiple friends at my event. So that by that itself, it's a huge accomplishment and something that makes me feel good because I'm not bragging about it, but I can say like I was able to create to give that experience to somebody who maybe in a time when they were there, they needed it. Whether it's fighting whatever depression or fighting whatever problems they were going on in their lives. And then, you know, I see people who have stuck around for many, many years, and I've seen them evolve and change. And I've noticed that they are not the same anymore from
Mhm.
before, and in a positive way. We all grow towards the positive growth. We all have that. So it's very nice. It feels good to me to know that um, I'm able to provide that platform for people to, dance and let the problems go, even if it's just temporarily. I create their dancing home away from home, and it's a safe space where everybody can just get together, have fun, dance, have a good time, watch quality shows, and spend a good time together as a community. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
that for me. It feels good, Roswell.
Yeah, I'm happy you say that, especially about the save the part, because most of my interviews, like I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was mentioning to Helene and a couple other people, the reason I got into this dance stuff, well, not even bachata, we can just dance in general, like like the Latin dance, especially and stuff. I was like going through I just ended a breakup. I was in an 8-year relationship with in the deepest relationship I never thought I would ever dream of. So when it ended like, and it almost literally, I said to myself that one night 8 years ago, no one would know. I would not tell my mom, not tell anyone. Just go in the corner room. There's like a strong type of liquid in a corner of my closet. So I'm like, let me just drink it. No one would know what would happen. I was about to take it, bro, and guess what happened? Something weird happened. Something told me or signified to me, turn on the radio. And not the TV, but the radio. So I said, okay, what do I have to lose? I mean, I'm about to like, end my life, because I didn't think there's anything else to live for. But
Right.
yeah, it was one of those relationships, really bad, bro, really bad. And then the first thing I turned on to and I heard for the first time in my life was a bachata song.
Oh, look at that.
A bachata song. Okay, isn't that kind of funny? Of all the stuff on the radio, I turned it on like this, like, tick, and it was a bachata. I know it was bachata because I just, I mean, it's not English music. It's not, it's like something special. I know it's bachata. So I said, "Oh God, is this how I'm going to end my life? Listening to music I don't have no idea what the man is saying about." So I said, you know, wait a minute, it's beginning to make sense to me. Make sense to me here, not here, here. Everything in my life on this planet, everything was always had to make sense to me. Remember, I'm a legal man, so if I don't understand what's going on here, then there's no reason for here. For the first
Right.
time in my life, something it hit me here. I didn't understand anything what the guy was saying, but I could just feel that he I just felt that he may understand my pain and what I'm going to do to myself in that 2 minutes. For some odd reason, at the ending of the song, I wasn't thinking about killing myself that night.
Oh,
I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, but I wasn't thinking about doing it. Before you know it, after the music end, I was going to continue my plan to do it, and then I decided to listen to the next song. This is how this became like a like fun. And then before you know it was all night, and I was listening to bachata music one after the next, one after the next. And before you know it, I'm like, oh damn, I can't kill myself. I cannot kill myself anymore. The night is over. To make
yeah.
a long story short, That's how I became got into the bachata scene. Not to hook up with people, not to look pretty, not to look good, but just to save me. And then before you know it, I decided to go to workshop. I traveled the world. I came to Texas. I came to Miami. I learned different techniques how to dance and blah blah blah, and it
Right.
saved me. So I'm happy when you said the word save, because a lot of people think, save it like, oh, a guy just needs to get over a broken heart. Oh, be a man, don't be. Save is a wrong word. And like you just said, the word, you don't, I mean, when people come to an event, whether it's yours or someone else, you don't know what's in their mind. You don't know if they're about to do something to themselves, do something to somebody else. You don't know if they broke up from a relationship. You don't know if they're dying. You don't know anything. All you know is that you're there. Your job is to make them walk away with a different impression, to make them
Right.
feel more happy. So how do you find this is a DJ question I gotta ask Mike Calderon. You know, when how do you plan how do you get to know your audience? Like how do you feel the vibe? Like how before you get there you start playing this and that and that, whatever, salsa, bachata, whatever. How do you have a plan, bro, in mind? Do you have something planned, or do you know your audience, or do you look around and be like, oh my god, I think everyone's gonna kill themselves, so let me just, or like, how do you plan this stuff? You know?
I yeah, I don't. I really just improvise when I DJ. I don't have a
Mhm,
plan set. I go there and I start reading the crowd,
mhm.
and I pull out everything in my arsenal for these people to have fun. So
Okay.
I don't plan my sets. I don't. Um, the night before, I don't choose songs and decide these are the songs what I'm gonna play. I actually just improvise, and I have such a big library of music, and
Mhm.
salsa, bachata, merengue, all that good stuff. So I skim through it, whatever I see. I see the crowd. I read the crowd. The main purpose of the DJ is to keep as many people dancing as possible, and all the time that you have. So obviously people get tired, they sit down, they go to the bar, they take a break. So, but the main goal is to provide quality music with a good rhythm and a good flow throughout the whole night, where it's not you know up and down, meaning the flow. You know what I'm saying? And once you create that nice good flow up and down, that's what makes a difference in the in the ambiance as well. So music is very very key in DJing, and is very key to the success of a party that night.
Yeah, I keep thinking about that old saying. What was that song, bro? A few years ago, it's like, uh, DJ saved my life. It was like a young lady that sang a song like, Mr. DJ saved my life. I don't know. Wait, am I that old?
La-
It was
last
some
night
type of.
last night a DJ saved my life.
That's it.
It's by oh man, it's an 80s group. I forgot the name of the group,
I'm
but
that
I know
old.
it's
I'm that old. Trust me.
it,
Everyone knows my age. I'm very young. I remember that those
oh
lyrics.
it's in deep
That's it. That's it. That
in
was like
deep.
one of my. I remember that. So this was before I got into bachata and everything. Yeah. So I keep thinking about that. The DJ saved my life, and it's true. Bro. When you think about it, I mean, you guys are not priests. You guys are not lawyers. You guys are not doctors. You guys are DJs. But if I should, and I should do that, if I do an interview and I bring all the people that attend events, you know, dance events, and I say, guys, what do you guys like about the DJs and stuff? I'm 99% sure everyone would say that, the DJs saved them that night, or, maybe they had a broken heart, maybe they were angry, sad. So you guys have no idea, Mike. You guys have no idea how much of an influence you are to the public, including me. I mean, maybe some DJ they're like, oh God, this is another day. Let's just play the song, get my. But you guys really are making a significant eff- effect to the people. It's something.
Yeah,
It's one thing different to be a dance instructor, to be a promoter, to be a social media. That's you know kind of different. But the DJs, you guys are like work that magic overnight, and people you have no idea how much
DJ.
uh,
Yeah, I would
outreach
say
that you guys do. Yeah.
yeah, I would say the DJs are the life of the party. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, even dance instructors, promoters, they all play a big role in the community as well. Dance instructors, they also provide a safe space as well, and
Mhm.
a piece of hope if somebody's going through something, because they come take a class and they have no idea that simply by learning a few steps, that also save their lives. The promoters engaging with people, lifting people up and encouraging them to come to parties is also plays a big key in in helping people. So I would say DJs, promoters, dance instructors, organizers, everybody all chip in one way or another towards the benefit and the well-being of everybody, in different ways. But the overall outcome is that we all save someone in one way or another. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even though you guys don't know that person personally or what happened or what baggage they're bringing on the dance floor, you guys know that you guys are doing something that's helping that person, and that's what makes you guys special. So I just want everyone to know that DJs are just not DJs. These guys, you know, these guys are. You have no idea. These guys are magical people. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Your greatest accomplishment, if I can ask you that. I mean, I know you're not close to retirement or whatever, but I'll still ask you, when you look back and you think about all the accomplishments you've made, and so, what is your like? Can you think like just from the top of your head, like one of your greatest accomplishments that you've done? I mean, I don't know. Or maybe, I know there's many of them, but
Yeah.
what is one that's on the top of your head, like most of the days and the weeks and.
Yeah, no, my most major accomplishment so far, I have a lot of accomplishments and I'm still not done yet, but one so
Okay.
far that I've done is my event Salsaholics that I've in March of 2024, in a couple of months, is going to be the 10-year anniversary that I've kept the event going, alive and well and packed and well attended, so that's one of my major accomplishments so far, and I plan on sustaining that and keeping that going as well. Another accomplishment that I am, and I'm very honored for this accomplishment as well, is the I've DJ'd for the New York International Salsa Congress for 6 years, and as a tech DJ and also as a DJ for the night parties. So that for me is also a big milestone, because the New York International Salsa Congress is a world-renowned congress with a lot of history. A lot of dancers have gone through that stage, and for me, it's just an honor to be able to contribute my talent to that congress.
Yeah, actually, I was just there for the first time, man. This past September, the New York International Salsa Congress. Right here in New York City. I just, when was it? Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend, correct?
And you're gonna get mad at me. Guess what I did?
What?
I I showed up. If you
Oh,
want,
yeah,
like,
I would expect to see you in the bachata room.
yeah, check this out. Yeah, you're gonna love the story. So check this out. So after I announced, on Facebook, Cool Folks Go to Bachata, hey, I'm going to my first New York salsa event. People are like, yeah, right, Ross. We never, you don't salsa. So the day after, people are looking at me. I'm running into people, whatever, and people are like, Roswell, we didn't see you at the salsa conga. I'm like, I was there. They're like, you're lying. I'm like, I'm not lying. You guys just didn't know there was a tiny, tiny, tiny bachata room where I was
Yeah.
hiding in like all day. And so Russell, they're like, what's the point of you going to a salsa conga if you're not salsa? I'm like, look, salsa and bachata is one big family. Let's leave it at that. But I did attend it. It was great, and I did run into some people in the salsa room. I did hang out in the. I'll be honest with you. I did also hang out in the salsa grand
The
ballroom
Grand
that you
Ballroom, right?
chandeliers that were shining like God knows what. It was beautiful. The performance was there, and some of my friends were salsa dancers. So I did. I did hang out there, but I spent most of my time in bachata. Yeah,
Of course.
can't help it. I can't help it. You know. But yeah. So the New York Salsa. That's great. When's it? Speaking of New York, when are you planning to come to New York anytime soon, or
You know,
anytime
throughout the
soon?
year, throughout the year, I take maybe one or two trips to New York just to get away from Miami a little bit and just disconnect and go to New York. And I love New York City. Trust me, I when I go there every time, I just get on the subway and I walk until I can't no more. The whole day in Manhattan, I just walk. I see places. I get lost in New York, and then that's what I do on my time off when I go to New York. And I go visit some friends as well. Um, but yeah, sometimes I take a trip at least twice a year to New York.
Yeah, when I first hit New York, like many years ago, I started doing my internship in New York. I was by myself, and I was like, "Oh, I don't even know my way around." So someone told me, I'll never forget this. They say, in a situation like that, and you're by yourself, and there's no one around, you don't have a map, you don't have a GPS. Look back is a little psychological game. When you walk, always look back, like a few meters from where like where you're walking from. Psychologically, you'll remember where you are when you have to go back that direction. I tried it. It worked for me because I kind of did what you did, like just walk to like whatever. But then it was for me to walk back to my bus or the car, or whatever, and I didn't know
Uh,
how to. And I remember what the guy told me. He's like, "Son, this was years ago, like yeah, like 40 something years ago." I mean, the guy he said, just always look back wherever you are on this planet, even if you're on it's deserted island.
right.
Always look back and where you walking from, and for some odd reason, it will stay in your head. Sometimes it's like a psychological trick, and it worked. Always worked.
Oh, that's
Even when I
cool.
went to Florida and Texas and Georgia, all these places, by myself, I just look back to see where I'm walking from, and it's just you know, hell with GPS, hell with GPS. So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty good with orientation, so I don't get I barely get lost unless I'm lost in the woods. But that thank God that never happened. But I'm pretty good with like knowing which direction I'm going and how to get back and stuff like that. So I've always been good with that.
cool,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, cool. Let me ask you some questions about uh, uh, when I was super young, like super young. Um, I My family is from Guyana, as everyone knows. I'm West Indies. Well, I'm half Brazilian, half West Indies, but I was born and raised in New Jersey. But my family are from Guyana in South America. So my parents first migrated to this country back in the late '60s. We lived in a tiny basement in a bad area of New Jersey.
Oh wow.
Typically poor and whatever. You got the siblings, the aunt, the dad, the mom. We all share like one little bed. Some of us slept on the floor, and I didn't have the opportunity to hang out with kids because it was a bad neighborhood. And I mean, my parents were very sheltered. They're like, "You're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay home, go to church. Do your homework, blah blah blah." Parents were super strict, bro, super strict. So my parents, especially my dad, always say, your plan, he said to me, he's like, your plan is that you're going to go to school, get a bachelor's, get a master's, get a PhD, do legal stuff. No art, no dancing, no acting, none of that in this house. And that was that. But check this out. Mm, Throughout those many years, my career journey, I mean, yes, I have a job and I'm educated and whatever, but in my heart, I always knew I wanted to do something art, like in art, like dancing or drawing, but specifically something unique. So I knew I was always cool man who loved the bachata all the way down here, but it wasn't time for it to come out, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I guess what I'm going to ask you is that we live in a different generation now. Kids are very rebellious. Parents are more lenient. Parents are more, okay, do that, and whatever and stuff. Okay, you, Mr. Mike Calderon, a young kid comes up to you, younger than me, okay, way younger than me. And he's like, Mr. Calderon, I want to follow your footsteps. I want to be the next famous DJ, no matter what it takes. And he means it. He looks at you now, and he or she. Okay, let me not be biased. He or she is being truthful because you've been there, or you know what it's like. You know how competitive it is, how difficult it is. You know what it's like to, especially Miami. Oh my God, that's even Miami. That Miami is like, ooh, the fame, the beauty, the competition, the loyalty. So this kid has a lot to it's a lot's going to happen to him or her during that journey.
Right.
But then again, you don't want to discourage them, because if you discourage them, then that's not cool. But then again, you don't want to like say, okay, that's it, leave home, forget what your dad say, drop out of school. It's going to happen because you know it's going to happen. But you don't know that because you're not God or whatever. What is the sensible response you're going to give to that little one? It doesn't have to be a DJ. Maybe they want to be a professional dancer or whatever. But you can see it in their heart that he or she got what it takes, and they're going to do it. But you still want to be Mike Calderon. You want to guide this person. So, what would your response be to the little one, man?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is, first of all, feed that encouragement for that little one. Make him believe in his dream, make him inspire him. So, and anything that you put your mind to in this world, you can accomplish as long as you put in the work, as long as you live through integrity, as long as you get along with other people. I think everything in this world is a people type of industry. Honestly, like even everything that we do, the more people that like us or that we can get to to build our community, it's gonna benefit us even for the long run. But
Mm,
I would tell them, this is how it's got to be done in the first place. You gotta walk in baby steps, but you can never like just forget about your education. You need something to fall back on in case
mm,
something does not go the way you projected it to be.
mm,
So I would definitely encourage them to continue their education and get a degree, while in the side they're building their passion and when they're building what they really want to do, because that's the way
mm,
I did it as well. I have a degree
mm,
in criminal justice as well, but
mm,
that's not that I did that for a degree as a backup in case I need to fall back on something. So,
mm,
I did that, and then I started. In the meantime, I was dancing and DJing and doing everything on that side. And then later on, I got my property manager's license, so I was a property manager for several years. So
mm.
I've gone through education and put in a lot of work in, let's say, corporate America, and while I was building my business on the side, and now my business is flourishing and it's rewarding. So I'm very that's where my main focus is now, and all I look forward to is expanding from that. So people who come up to me and look up to me and say they want to follow my footsteps, that's what I would say. Um, treat people nice, work on your craft, but don't lose sight of your education.
Yeah, my dad would love you. Well, he would give you a big hug if he didn't, because he would like people would be like, Roswell, you should have hang out with Mike back in the day. No, that is true. I'm happy you brought up a lot of interesting points. I mean, um, there's nothing wrong being a dancer and a DJ and all of that stuff, but in the world that we live in now, back in the old days, 70s and 80s, I mean, you could just be a dancer or a DJ or whatever, and then everyone, I mean, you don't have to worry about the competition or people's going to apply for another DJ job or whatever. But now it's like everyone wants to like do the music stuff, the dance stuff, the DJ stuff. So what happens if like it's good to have a backup. It's good to,
Correct.
like you said. I'm proud of you for saying that, Mike. It's good to have a backup, and this I'm going to say this, and just especially for a younger audience. There's nothing wrong, pursuing the dance, acting, whatever, being, but realistically, you know, you need a backup just in case things happen. You know, you always
Correct.
need a plan B. I mean, I believe in that. I say this. I like doing legal work. I don't love it. I like it because it pays the bills. God forbid I could keep my mom. I can help her with the medical bills and my insurance, the traveling I do. So thank God. But I love, and everyone knows it. I love dance bachata. I mean, look what I'm doing. I'm doing this for
You're
free. I
you're
mean,
a
I'm
cool
traveling the
folk who
world.
loves to bachata.
Yeah, cool folks. You don't see like it's a cool folks who love to practice law. You don't see that, right? It says cool folks who love to bachata. There's a reason I created cool folks who love to bachata, not a reason because
Right.
I don't like it. I love it. And when you love something, it shows. But in realistically, it's good to have. I need to, like I mean, we all got to have a backup. It's part of reality. So I'm happy you made that clear to the young ones. I
Right.
have you, and it's coming from your lips because you know you are in the entertainment industry, but then again, you're still not losing sight that reality. You have to be
Yeah,
prepared for anything. It's part
you
of
never
life.
know. You never know when something might just hit, um, when things might hit the fan. If
Yeah,
that go, and as a better word and a better phrase to say that, if things hit the fan the next day, you have something to back up on, and you're gonna be okay.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Okay, Mike. Let me ask you a dance question now. I mean, no, I'm going to ask you another dance question. Okay,
Sure.
check this out. Um, okay. Um, it's a Saturday night. Okay, in a major city. Doesn't have to be Miami. I know Miami is considered like a major city. Could be New York. It could be okay. Miami, New York, France. I don't know. A big city, a well known.
Okay.
You got five amigos. They're great friends. They're powerful, very powerful organizers. It's hard to say no to them. They all live within like 5 miles of a radius of this city, and it's a Saturday night. Check this out, bro. Right? So John, for example, right? He has his event, right? I don't know, maybe like 18,000. He dished out for that event. The workshop, getting people from Europe and whatever, blah blah blah. Okay. Sue dished out like about like $24,000 for her event, right?
So we're talking about Congress,
Yeah. Well,
or weekend,
it may be that way. It may be that way. Okay, check this out. The third guy, okay, Miguel, dished out like maybe like 9,000 for his event. Okay, Keo dished out 11,000 for her event, and Rashid dished out I don't know, maybe like 14,000 for his event. Okay, so we're talking about big bucks. That's a lot of money, right?
right?
Now the Saturday night comes. Check this out. Things get complicated now. Okay, so I'm in town, you're in town, your friends in town, my friend, blah 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 blah. So we have to go support these people, right? It is what it is. Okay, so I go to this event, right? John's event, right? I notice when I show up, there's only about like 14 people. Okay, 14 people. I was there for like 2.5 hours. Okay, so I'm like, okay, let me hop on Uber and go uptown to uh, the second person event, Maria, right? I go to that event and I hang out there for a few, say hello, whatever, blah blah blah. I was there for a few minutes. Only about like 7 people showed up, right? Ooh, oh, what about this event? You show up, I show up, a couple other people show up, and I do mean a couple other people show up. Not a great turnout. And this guy dished out, a lot, in the thousands. Keo, right? She dished out a few thousand, right? And when I show up, I only notice there's maybe like 14, 14 of us show up. Okay. And this person, oh, I'm not even going to go there. It's sad. I'm not even going to tell you how many people show up. Monday morning comes, bro. Check this out. The smart guy comes, the accountant, the bookkeeper, right? John say, how much did I get for dishing out all those thousands of dollars, sir? $250 he gets back. $250 in his pocket. Woo. Maria, woo. And all those thousands she dished out? The smart guy says when he goes over to bookkeeping, sorry, girl, but you're only keeping like maybe like $300. Our friend here, number three, all those beautiful thousands he dished out, he probably only got maybe like I don't know, maybe $175. Okay,
Wow.
I know, double well. This person, okay, too bad. Maybe like out of like 11,000, they probably got back like 450. Okay, and this person, Oh, I feel I want to cry. This person, all that beautiful money, this that they might got like a maybe under 100. Okay, now I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm not saying it's true or not true. I'm just saying stuff. So let me ask you a question, man. Wouldn't it make sense if these five work? If this was a perfect dance world, let me say this. If this was a perfect dance world, wouldn't it make sense if these guys sort of like prevent this from happening by collaborating? The reason I'm saying that because next Saturday comes, and guess what they do? They do the same old BS stuff again. Next month comes, next year, years go by, the same crap is happening, right? They're
Mhm.
investing a lot, but they're not accumulating a lot. So hear me out first before I sound ignorant on social media. I'm not a businessman. I'm not an accountant. I don't go to people's event and ask them how many people are showing up, how many money you just. I mean, but I see stuff. I mean, we all see stuff, right? So, so the reason I'm having you and everyone else that I bring on live to ask to get your 2 cents is not a right or wrong answer, Mike. It's just like maybe a response. I can maybe help someone who's struggling, or maybe help people that are trying, to avoid this or whatever. So I'm just trying to figure out: is there a way that could be? Is there a way that this could not happen as much as it often does happen? Is there a way these five organizers can better? They could still dish out all that money, but try to accumulate maybe a couple pennies more because I just don't get it. I just don't get. I'm not an organizer. I'm not a DJ. I mean, I'm not a professional DJ. I'm not even a DJ. I just it just So I just wanted your comment. I just wanted your 2 cents to see how the dance world or the dance community can better support one another. That's all. Just
Yeah, no,
it's an
everything that
opinionated response. Is not so.
no, no, no. I don't mind responding to that, and I have a pretty good insight on how, my response for that. Um, I would say the first thing that needs to happen is that these organizers need to come together and have a conversation
Mhm.
about logistics, about scheduling, and perhaps about maybe even working together in order to combine resources and strength and power to create one big um, event where everybody can benefit. That's one route that can happen. Another route, if they can't come to an agreement or accord about working together or collaborating, then at least for the better of the community and for the better of people of people having to choose to go to which event because they're all friends with the organizers and they all support them, is either one weekend somebody will take this weekend, another weekend somebody else will, another organizer, and so on and so forth. So then that way, you have the organizers spread out, all the events spread out, not
Mhm.
all happening on one night, and then that way, what 1 week people can support that organizer, the next week another organizer, and so on and so forth, and be on a rotation, kind of like that. That's what I think I would be another solution. But in regards to like yeah, those are the only two things I can see that can happen. Either collaborating all together, putting resources and making one big event, or just spreading it out throughout the every week. So then that way you prevent that from happening. Them losing money, them having a low attendance, and just kind of dividing the community, which I think is sad, but it happens, and what the scenario you just explained happens everywhere, and not just here in Miami, but
Mhm.
everywhere. And I think it also it stems from like from an ego point of view as well. Um, and I understand that some organizers or these organizers have put in a lot of years of work, and they're defending and protecting what they've built and what they
Mhm.
have. That's great. But we're not the you're not the only cat on the block per se. You have other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, are creative as you are. So why not try to work together and come together, or at least not to step on each other's toes, and create a plan where we can, that happens, that we 1 weekend I'll take this and the next week I'll take that. It's kind of like that schedule. So that's what I would say. That would be the benefit, not just for them, but also for the community. Everybody now can be a little bit more relaxed because they don't have to go through that pressure of, oh man, if I don't support that person, they're gonna be mad at me, or um, you know, stuff like that. Like you putting the community in a very uncomfortable position. It's not, there's nothing bad in that, but it's just very uncomfortable. And why not just remove that uncomfortable factor and create something bigger, better, and special for everybody, where you eliminate the division, you eliminate the uncomfortable factor, you get more people to attend the events, you create a bigger community, because all that's going to do is just spread the word, and people are going to bring other people, and they're going to realize, oh man, this is really good. I like the people around us. I like, I mean, people around me. I like the organizers, how they're working. I like the music, et cetera, et cetera. So there's so many benefits of organizers just dropping the egos and dropping the pride, whatever it is, and just be human about it, and at least attempt to try to collaborate with other organizers.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, bro. I mean, like, and I'm pretty sure who's ever listening, agrees with you too. Like, my problem is that maybe I will never get it, even though no matter how many times I ask this question, how many responses you and everyone else from Cool Folks give to me, the thing that I don't get is that, okay, maybe I may have, okay, maybe those numbers that I created, 20,014, okay, maybe I was a little going overboard here, okay, but the point what I try to say in my example is that if you're if I'm dishing if I'm dishing out more than I'm receiving, like something doesn't make sense unless I'm a really nice guy and I'm like, I just got this money from heaven that given to me, or I'm like, and I don't know what to do with it, then I'll be like, yeah. But it doesn't make sense if, for someone in their right mind, no matter how much ego there is or machoism or whatever, um, I just don't get that part. Like, why would I, if I have like $5,000 and what's the word I'm looking for? I invested, or I focus it on an event and blah blah, and then Monday morning comes and I only get like $5 back or $10 back, and then I'm like, next week I do the same thing, and next month. So is either I'm psychologically totally messed up in the head, or I'm trying to give a message to everyone. It just doesn't. That part I don't get. I
That,
don't think
that
I'll ever get that, because maybe there's stuff that I don't know, that I don't need to know, or maybe there's stuff that maybe that money is going back to. I have no idea. All I'm saying is just that how can the reason I bring this up every time is just that I'm trying to help everyone else who's starting into this business, especially the young ones and stuff. I mean, and not necessarily Miami. And I'm happy you said that. Not This is not a Miami question. This is just a general dance question for the entire world. That happens a lot nowadays, especially more now than it did before, because now COVID is over and there's more competition because people have to make up for their bills. They have to make up for not having, workshop congresses. They have to, I mean, I get that. I get that. But what I never will get is why would I dish out like 3,000, 2,000, or whatever, and I only get like $100 or 200? I mean, it for me personally, it does not make sense. It may make sense to somebody else in the dance world or organize, but it does not make sense to me. So that's
um,
all I'm saying. So forgive, but I want to apologize to everyone if I'm just being totally off here in this interview. But
no,
that's
no,
the main reason for doing this.
it's a good point, and you bring up good points, Roswell. You know, a you, not everybody has an efficient or a sharp business mindset, and it's okay that somebody doesn't have that. But I would recommend, and I would suggest for people that don't know what they're doing, to save their money and first learn the ropes of the business first, create network, create connections, and take it from there before you
Mhm.
invest any major money into something that is going to flop. Giving you a return of you put an investment of 5,000 and you're only getting 200 back. That's not financially that doesn't make sense. So from a business point of view, is, we're investing this money because we believe in our product, and we believe that our network and our connections are strong enough to be able to um, have a good ROI. You know what I'm saying? So, and then year after year or month after month, your ROI becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
Mhm.
um, I would yeah, like people, like, especially, and like I said, not all. There's a saying in the community: not all dancers are performers, and not all performers are dancers. So as social dancers, there we go. I was missing something there. Not all performers are good social dancers, and not all social dancers are performers.
Mhm.
So it's like that. And some people are good at one thing, what they do, but they're not good at, let's say, having a business mindset, and
Mhm.
vice versa. So that's when when people see that there's they can connect those pieces together. Let's say a creative part, but
Mhm.
their forte is not business, and then the other one, their forte is business but not the creative. They can complement each other, and that's when good partnerships can flourish and come together. So if
Mhm.
and if you're going to partner up and work together with somebody, you might as well do it with somebody who you feel like is your weakness, or whatever it is that you're not strong enough in that area.
Mhm.
That partner can complement you, and vice versa. You can complement your forte to that person who um who needs it as well, and then that's when it comes together.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember back in the days, like, you can walk down the street, and just tell someone, "Hey, I'm having my event like this Saturday," and then he would say, "Oh, guess what? I'm having my event too." And then he would voluntarily say, "How about if I have my event the following week?" And what if he has his event the following week, so I can have my event this week, so it doesn't collide, or blah blah.
And that's
So
how it should be.
yeah, yeah, this was like a long time ago, So this is, yeah, but I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate your response, and so which your response was very uh organized, and how you said it. You said it with a lot of confidence and a lot of experience. So for all of those who are listening to this, just absorb everything that Mike said, because you never know, you guys might be in that Five Amigo category. So, but anyway, events. This is the perfect time to ask you about events. Okay, so Mike, salsa scene is coming up. All right,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
share. I want to share that flyer that you posted. So bear with me for 1 second. Is that
sure,
okay? So I can just so everyone can see that beautiful Halloween flyer that
sure,
your
sure.
friends created. Okay. Okay. Do you see the flyer up here? The Salsaholics Halloween
Boom,
flyer.
there it is. Yep.
It's beautiful, bro. What was going on in your head? Or I mean, did you create this, or someone else? You created your own flyer. You created this, right? I like
No,
it.
no, I have a person, an employee that creates my flyers, and I give him basically the concept of what I'm looking for. So he's actually the creative mind behind the flyer. All I
Mhm,
do is I pitch him kind of like my vision for it, and then from there he takes my vision and he creates his own art. So
mhm,
this is his product, and his name is Jesus Gecko from Mexico, from the city, and he creates my graphic designs. Yes, and then yes, Salsaholics Halloween, Friday, October 27th. We're gonna have a
mhm,
costume contest. First and second and third place. First place gets $200 and two full passes to the New York International Salsa Congress of 2024. Second place gets two pairs of Dapper D's. Dapper D is my official vendor at the event. He's the one that sells dance shoes, really cool dance shoes, which I highly recommend everybody check him out. Dapper D.
mhm,
And he has a lot of products for women as well, like bodysuits and accessories and stuff like that. So I highly recommend you guys check out Dapper D on Facebook and Instagram. Third place get two comp entries to Salsaholics. So whoever wins third place gets 2 free entrances to the next Salsaholics. And of course, I have my musicians with me, Eduardo Cano, who's on the congas, and Joseph Watts on the timbales. So we have also live music there, 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., right before the social, we have Alex Flavor from Flavor Factory, who now lives in Miami, teaching in all levels on 2 salsa workshop at 9 p.m. So if you guys want to brush up on your moves right before the social, you definitely can take advantage of that, of the class right before the party. And it's hosted at Club Tropical Ballroom, 211 Southeast 1st Avenue, Hallandale, Florida. It's a beautiful ballroom, a very elegant venue. I highly recommend you guys check it out this Friday on the 27th. If you guys need tickets and more information, visit my website, miamisalsaevents.com. You can also look me up on Facebook and Instagram, Mike Calderon, and my business page, Miami Salsa Events.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I was there. I think I attended. I think when I first met Mike, when I think when I first met your mom, was this Alex? Alex Alzumba. I think. Yeah, I think I was there when I first came to Miami in when I was February. Yes, I did come to this ball, Hallandale. I remember.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember seeing you
your
there
mom
too.
was there. I think this. I think was this when your mom made a speech about you, or you made us. I think when you mentioned something about your mom, you made an announcement, or she's a great person or something. I mean, you. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
you before I became friends with you. I remember you showed up in the front of the audience to give a speech or something, or like a quick speech. You mentioned something about your mom, and because she was a lady at the front door. I think she was a lady at the front. Well, I don't know. I just remember you were there. You know, and
Yeah,
then
there were a couple of times where I called my mom out to the front, just to honor her and show her love and let everybody know who she is.
yeah. So when you did that, you don't notice about me, but when you did that, I said to myself, I want to get to know you more because the love that I have for my mom, you can understand that's a love that you have for your mom. You know, so I said, this Mike is cool. I'm gonna get to know him. He seems very cool. I like that. I like that. But I like this flyer. It's very beautiful, bro. And the colors and you guys did a great. I mean, I love how it's done. I love how it's done, and I encourage everyone to go. And I'm just not saying that, but 'cause I've witnessed this event. I've been to your events, and I know how things are. So it's going to be fun for everyone. Even if you guys never been to an event like this or any of Mike's events, I mean, this is something you guys should go. And I'm sorry that I'm not in um, Miami or Florida to attend one of these because I would have,
You'll be in spirit, Roswell.
I'll be in, I'll be in, maybe I'll get dressed up as a spirit or something. But I, yeah, great. I like that. I like that. Okay. So tell Alex, Alex Flavor, I said hello, and I want him to go live with me, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be cool. So Mike, okay,
Yes.
I guess that's it. I'm just trying to. I mean, we're you know what? Not so fast. Not so fast. I'm not going to let you go to bed so quickly. 5 years. What are your plans for the future, man? 5 years down the line, where am I going to see if I go live with you 5 years from now, right? And like, what are we going to be? What might be? What you talking about? We're not going to be talking about our five organizing because hopefully by then they'll get their crap together. But
Right.
what you know, I'm not going to ask you that. So where you like? What are some stuff? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, man? What are some big accomplishments you that most likely you're gonna get accomplished? If I can
Yeah.
say it. So,
And 5 years from now, I see myself um, having my business, much more expanded as it is, more than it is right now.
mm,
I I I want to plan. I see myself hosting a congress, or a festival, or a weekender,
mm,
um, down the road, and buying another property. Investing
mm.
into real estate as well.
Mm.
So those are my, about 5 years from now, I think I can accomplish all that.
Okay, yeah, you should have your weekend there, man. That would be great. Imagine Mike Calderon weekend there. That would be awesome. I'll be the first one to do the flyers for you, man. That would be. Now let's think about a weekender starring Mike Calderon.
No, no, I
New York
actually,
City. New York City weekend there. Oh yeah, there we go. New York City, Mike Calderon. Bringing all the people from Miami and New York. I'm making them. Yeah, a collaboration.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully one day, Roswell. Yes.
It was a it was a pleasure. Sorry, I'm a little choked up here again of the cold weather in New York. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And thank you for answering all my Roswell questions. But
Oh, there were very good questions, Roswell, and I appreciate you bringing me on in your channel, and I'm more than grateful to be able to share my experience and my knowledge and anything that I might have said that's going to benefit anybody watching this, and hopefully somebody takes something away from this and uses it for positivity.
yeah, definitely. I always say the reason I do these stuff is really to help people. At first I was thinking about doing it as promotion and whatever. I mean, it's kind of like promotion, but then I began thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe the stuff you guys say can maybe really help people in different ways, and not only dancing and stuff, but just help people. There are a lot of people out there. They just want something positive to do, or they need some guidance or role models. Especially the little ones. I'm always focused on the little ones because I always believe the little ones is what really need more guidance than the older ones. So
The
that's the
little ones are
main
the
reason. Yeah, that's the main reason I do this. So we can help people. Um,
I agree.
I do plan to, I do plan to come back down south to say hello to you and everyone else this winter. I'm gonna give you a surprise visit. I know your events. You posted. Don't be. Remember when was it in March? When was I in March when I saw you? March when I showed up at your event, and
Eh,
you made an announcement. You looked at me. You're like, oh, it's Russell. I never forget that. I walked just to give everyone a big surprise visit. Marcos was there. You looked at me like you were about to announce a song, then you looked at my face like everyone. Roswell from Coolfolk. You don't know. You're just going with the flow. You're like Roswell from Coolfolk Loves Bachata is here. Everyone's like, what's going on? I just magically showed up in Miami from out of the blues to say hello to everyone. And so I'll never forget that. That was so funny. No, I love what you did. That was the best thing. Most people, most DJs, they will look at me like, security, security. There's a crazy man in from New York that just entered. You're like, Roswell from
it's
Coolfolk.
Roswell, baby. It's Roswell.
I love that, bro. You made my day. You made my day. Please tell Marcos I said hi and all of my friends. To all of my friends.
Yes,
It's all of our friends. And
yes.
whenever you come up to New York again, let me know.
I
I
will
would like
definitely hit
to,
you up.
yeah, introduce you to some people here and stuff. So and when I come downtown, I'll say hello to you. So how would you like to close out? What are some final words, Mr. Mike Calderon would like to leave us with?
I would, in general, I just want to let everybody know that I'm grateful for their support and for tuning in. And I hopefully anything that I said today, you guys can take away and use it for the greater good. I wish everybody the best. I wish everybody's dreams and comes true and keep working on your craft. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever stop doing what you love doing, because that's probably the biggest crime you can commit to yourself. So I would say, just stay positive, stay motivated, stay inspired, keep hustling, keep working, because all that is going to bring bigger and greater rewards and down the road and in the future.
You're a good man, bro. I'm gonna give you a big hug when I come to Miami in a couple. Yeah, I'll give you a big Roswell hug. Thank you. It was nice speaking with you, and have a good Halloween. And I'll see you when I come down south this winter.
For sure, Roswell. Thank you so much for having me, and good night to you as well. And happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon, brother.
Thank you. Peace, bro. Peace.
All right, bye, Roswell.